What's up, man? How are you?
Cool.
Sweet. So where are you at right now, man?
I am in Arizona, Scottsdale, for spring training, but I'm out of here Saturday morning.
Curious. You know, I guess for our audience, maybe I feel like we may have a lot of USF baseball fans. We may have some high school baseball players, parents, alumni, everything. So could you just give us, for people that may not be familiar, a little bit of background of like your story, like where you're from and high school and what years you were in college and all that?
Yeah, so my name's Coco Montes. I am from Miami, Florida. I went to Coral Gables Senior High School. I graduated there in 2015. I went to USF. I played for Coach Mark Kingston for 2 years. My freshman year weren't very good. My sophomore year, we had a good year. We won 42 games. And then he got the head coaching job at South Carolina. So Billy Mull became my head coach. Played for him my junior year, and then I was drafted and I signed with the Colorado Rockies in the 15th round that year. And I've been playing with them. This is going to be my third professional season and fourth year with the team, but my third year got kind of cut out because of COVID.
Yeah, for sure, man. I know that's actually one of the things I was kind of interested in hearing about. It's unprecedented. I mean, no minor leaguer before has ever had to deal with that. So you were able to, like you said, you finished USF in spring 18. I believe you guys made it NCAA regionals.
Yep.
That's awesome, man. And then from that point, you went straight to rookie ball with the Rockies, right?
Yes.
And I was looking at your results from that year, man. You had a really solid first year. Can you talk us through what what went well there? What was your adjustment like going from college, and then what was like next month you're playing over there?
Yeah. So when I got to college, I struggled my first year in college.
Mhm.
My freshman year at USF, I was very bad. I had to make a lot of adjustments, and my sophomore year, I made some of those adjustments. I got a little better, but still not anywhere near where I needed to be. And in my junior year, I loved Kingston. He had left, but one of the best things was the assistant coach we hired after Kingston left really helped me a lot, which was Chuck Geralman. He's now at Florida,
Okay.
but he helped me a lot that whole year, my junior year, and we worked on a lot of things, mostly on the mental side probably of baseball, confidence, just making sure I'm clear up there and knowing how to just stay focused and stuff like that. Because everyone has talent at the college level,
Right.
and you always told as a kid like, oh, the game is 90% mental, and you always kind of just like, yeah, whatever, yeah, sure, like you hit the ball and you throw it, it's not mental, it's
Right.
physical.
Right.
But if your head's not right in the right spot, it's very tough. You're not going to be thinking the right way. You're going to get away from your approaches.
Yeah.
But Chuck really helped me just get right mentally, and I had a good year that year. It was my best year. It just everything kind of just came into place, and I kind of just took it into that pro ball season, and it just ran with it. The adjustment wasn't a crazy adjustment for the first year from college to rookie ball, because I'm playing basically mostly guys that just got drafted from
Yeah.
college.
True.
The big jump was when I got to low A the year after. You could really tell the difference in talent.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Like you said, rookie ball, you're going with the guys that were just drafted. Is there international free agents in that too, in rookie ball, or not really?
Yeah, there is. There are usually a bunch of young Latin players that were signed from either Dominican Republic or Venezuela mostly, and they're probably like 19, 18, 19-year olds. A couple high school guys that get drafted, but for the
Right.
most part, it was mostly college guys. At least half college guys, maybe half like 18-year-old Dominican.
Yeah. Gotcha. So I'm curious, you said the game is, you always hear about it being a mental game, but you didn't really understand, I guess, what that fully meant until, things started clicking for you later in your college career. Could you share with us like a little more about what exactly changed? Was it a different approach to hitting, or was it more preparation, or was it more self-belief? Could you talk a little more about that?
I think it was a little bit of all of it. I didn't really. I was always in high school a very good defender, and then I got to my freshman year of college, and I made like over 17 errors, I think, my freshman year at shortstop. But was not normal for me. I didn't know how to deal with it. I couldn't throw the ball to first base. I was just throwing it everywhere. And I got my sophomore year, they moved me to second base. I was fine at second base just because it's a lot easier to throw. I'm a shortstop naturally, so that position is just a lot easier for me.
Right.
Fine the whole year. Fall, that whole year in my junior year, I'm battling again to win my shortstop spot because Kevin Merrill was our shortstop the year before. He goes in the first round.
Yep.
And whatever, I have a good year, good fall defensively. I don't think I made an error the whole fall. But then we get to the spring, and I make 8 errors in the first 9 games. And it was just all in my head. It's like I've done it my whole life, all in my head, and Chuck just worked with me on my confidence and just really I guess preparation was a big one too, just really focusing. I learned my junior year was pretty much when I learned that I can't just go. Actually, it was probably after my freshman year. I can't just go to the field and just hit or just throw and just field. Like I have to have a plan. Okay, this is what I'm trying to get better at today, whether it's my footwork around the baseball, around the bag, this part of my swing, whatever. I can't just go and just throw, hit, and get ground balls because, I'm exercising and I'm doing baseball activity,
right,
but I'm not actually really getting better.
Yeah.
So that was a big part of it.
Yeah, definitely, man. Like I'm a big golfer, and Jack Nicklaus, one of the biggest golfers ever, said you always have to practice with a purpose. I mean, that applies to any sport. So it sounds like that's something that really clicked and made a difference for you. So I guess I want to kind of know, at USF, what about the program at USF? You said you played 1 year with Coach Mull. Is that right?
Yeah, 2 years with Kingston, 1 year. Yep. Well, I played for 3 years with Mull. He was just the pitching coach.
Oh, that's right. Okay, that's right. Okay, nice. So what was it about the USF program like that actually made you want to go there in the first place? And then also from that point, once you were there, what other resources at the school, or like benefits of maybe being in your home state, like different things like that may have contributed to your development also?
So I wanted to get away from Miami. I'm from Miami. I wanted to go away for college. I didn't want to stay in Miami, unless obviously, it was the University of Miami. But they never offered me, so that wasn't an option. I was getting looked at by a couple of schools that I was interested in this, like in the high school recruiting circuit, whatever. But USF called me. Kingston had just gotten the job about a week before, and he called me. He was like, "Hey, I want you to come on a visit. There was a big tournament coming up," and it was like, "Come on the visit before the tournament." And I went to the visit. My summer ball coaches from high school called me. They knew I didn't really care about USF. I wasn't, because there was some other schools that I really wanted to go to. And they're like, "Look, please listen to this guy. This guy's a good coach." Whatever. I was like, "Yeah, I will." I told my mom on the drive up there, I was like, "I'm not committing to the school. I'm going to wait." I had never heard about USF really. I'm from Miami. USF was a mid-major school in Tampa.
Okay.
And I get on my visit. I show up. I see the field. I was like, "Holy!" The field was beautiful. I had no idea.
Nice.
And Kingston and Mull was took me around the campus. It was summer, so it was like closed. There was really nothing to see. And then Kingston just gave me his talk of, we're trying to rebuild this program. We're bringing in. We were going to be his first recruiting class, so it was like we're the guys that were going to change the culture, basically.
Yep.
Like change the way USF has been looked at. They haven't made a regional in 13 years.
Right.
They made one that year, and then I loved it. I don't know. I fell in love with the school. Kingston was a great talker and really convinced me.
Yeah.
And I knew I was going to have an opportunity to play every day starting as a freshman, since it was a new coach. Cool. He was going to bring in his class.
Right.
And I committed that night.
That's awesome, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. I was actually on campus at the time. I was in grad school, and I do remember like a different vibe of like the team all of a sudden, like Chapman and you, and there was a few other guys that just like it seemed like there was more talent there all of a sudden. And I was like, whoa, okay. But yeah, that's awesome, man. Um, so yeah, I think I also want to maybe talk about your progress, like how you saw the team get better. How did the team like go? Like obviously it wasn't just you. It's like how did the whole team go from nobody knows about us, like we're mid-major, maybe we haven't made the regionals in a long time. All of a sudden y'all do it 2 times in your span there.
Yeah.
What changed about like the culture of the program? What changed about like the players? Like yeah.
So I wasn't there before. I don't really know what it was like before, but I know that my freshman year we weren't good. We won 24 games, we lost 33.
Okay.
We had 20 new players that year. So on our roster there's usually around 30 something. So 20 new guys came in, 16 freshmen, 4 JUCO transfers. And the whole lineup basically was, other than Kevin Merrill at second base, he was a sophomore, and Luke Maglich in right field. Everyone else was basically a freshman playing, and we struggled. But Kingston knew what he was doing. He knew that we were going to probably struggle that year. We were all freshmen, but he had to go through the growing pains. We also had a lot of injuries to our pitching staff that year, and then the next year we just kept going, kept practicing, and we all had that 1 year of experience more. So now we're sophomores, and we're just better. We got better.
No.
Our pitching staff was a lot better. We hit a lot better, and then my junior year again, we just got better again. Like by the time we were juniors, it was those 5 or 6 guys that started as a freshman that stayed in the lineup. I think it was me, Tyler Dietrich, Joe Genord, David Villar, Chris Chatfield, Garrett Zeck. I think those were the 6 guys that we had been playing together since our freshman year, and we were all in the lineup basically every day. So we had experience from 2 full seasons, summer ball seasons. So as you get older with the experience, it becomes it gets a little easier. So
Yeah, for
that was
sure.
a big thing, I think, was the experience.
Definitely. So it's interesting that, the whole time you were there, Coach Mull was there as pitching coach. He's our head coach. He's been for the last few years. So I think, maybe fans or high schoolers or anybody would be interested to hear about, what makes him good as a coach. What are some of his best traits as a coach, and what did he teach you, and how did he help you? Obviously, you're a hitter, so it may have not been as direct, but anything you could say about that?
Yeah, Mull, he was my pitching coach always, so never really had to work with him mostly like on my actual like skills
Yeah,
in the
sure.
game.
Mm-hmm.
But it was more just he helped me in my first 2 years really just stay confident in myself, help me, just believe in myself. And then my junior year, he was our head coach.
Right.
It was first year as head coach, and we won 38 games. So
Yeah.
we went to a regional. We were a very good team, and the USF has struggled lately, but hopefully they could turn it around.
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, that's an interesting point too. I mean, 18, you were there, all your teammates, the guys that, came into as that freshman class, and that was your junior year. And in college baseball, sometimes that's like the peak year because you get drafted, right? And then maybe I'm thinking in 19, they may have had to kind of almost like rebuild, maybe just some newer guys on the roster and all of that. And then obviously 2020, they only play like 10, 13 games. So I think it's too small of a sample size to really judge what was going on that year. And then this year, I've been following the team very closely this year, starting the whole Twitter account and everything just to kind of follow it more closely. I've seen like a lot of good glimpses. I feel like our talent is coming up, and I've seen the recruiting class rankings are pretty high. So I think you're right. I think he'll get us back in the right direction, back to a tournament.
Yeah, they definitely the talent's definitely there this year. I know a couple of the guys on the team still, like Roberto Pena, Chamo,
Yep.
Julio Cortez, Nick Gonzalez. I still talk to those guys all the time.
Nice. Okay.
I want USF to do good. I'm a diehard USF fan.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that is my thing. I want USF to be good at everything. I
Nah,
went to school there. I have a lot of pride, so
yeah.
I'm a
I love
tough
it, man.
critic
I feel like, I want to see, one of the reasons I started this whole account was like I wanted to see, more support from alumni and USF fans for the baseball team. We have like a pretty big following for like football and basketball and like coverage, like in terms of like blogs and stuff like that. But baseball, I think it's awesome because every game's on TV. You could watch every game if you want. ESPN Plus, it's like $6 a month. So, I mean, I think we should have just as much support for that. But cool,
Yeah.
man. So talk to me a little bit about, you know, playing professionally, right? So you mentioned that you noticed a big difference between going from rookie ball to regular A ball. And you played your regular A ball in Asheville, North Carolina, is right?
Yes.
Okay. Um, so what was it like going out there and then all of a sudden you're like, whoa, this is a different level. I've got guys that have maybe 2 or 3 years experience in pro ball. Like what was the main like thing you noticed like from the pitchers that was different?
Uh, there wasn't as many guys in the bullpen. So as you go up every level in baseball, there's always guys that you want to get to in the bullpen, like the weaker arms. Like you want to get that starter out. As every time you get up, it becomes less and less of those guys. There's more and more like, all right, you got him out. It doesn't matter. We got this guy coming in, and he
Yeah,
throws 96, 97 too. So
right.
whatever. Whereas in college, is like you get the Friday night starter out, and maybe they got one bullpen guy. They're losing by 5 already. They're not going to bring him in. They're going to save him for one of the other games. So it's time to get your hits against
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
back end bullpen guys.
Yeah, yeah.
Once you start get the higher levels, you really got to lock in because those guys aren't just free at bats anymore.
Right, right. Okay.
But
Nice.
the biggest difference was it was kind of a wake up call again. I had a decent year in low A, but I really like after that year, I was like, this is I'm not where I need to be. I need to get a lot better.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
COVID helped, I guess not helped, but I was ready to go into last year. Like I was in spring training already. I felt great. I was my like really good shape, and then COVID happened. Whatever. I went to take classes at USF to finish my degree,
Huh.
and I really dove into like nutrition. I think that was like the last part of my that I really needed to focus on because
Okay.
I always try to have good nutrition, but I wanted to see my body. I'm a middle infielder, so I got to be in the best shape possible.
Yeah.
Like I should be the guy that's in the best shape on the team always, and I never really was. I was always just like I wasn't out of shape, but I wasn't in the shape that I could be if I really wanted, if I was really focused.
Okay.
And this off season, I really locked in on that, and I completely like it's been a huge difference in everything.
Okay. Nice, man. That's awesome. Yeah, that's something that one of the main things I really wanted to talk about too is like, when that happens to you or to any pro player where it's like, hey, your season's canceled. There's a lot of different ways you could take that, man. Like I'm sure some guys got depressed or felt sorry for themselves or maybe they didn't even keep pursuing it. But I gotta give you props for like still being here and you're ready to go for your next season and you worked really hard, it sounds like, during that off-season time. So when were you able to get back to Rockies facilities? Was there any point in 2020 where you were able to go to their facilities, or you have to do all the training on your own during 2020?
No, so they canceled our season. It was like March, like first week of March, like 2 days into spring training. They canceled us. They sent us home. I was like, all right, it's gonna be a couple weeks. We'll be back.
Yep.
So I was just waiting, staying ready for
Yep.
like a month or two,
Mm-hmm.
and then by like June they canceled it. They're like, all right, and minor league season's officially canceled, whatever. And I was like, okay, so keep training. And then they have like an instructional league in the fall, like late October. And I knew I wasn't a guy that was probably going to get invited to that. I wasn't a big prospect or a
Okay.
younger dude that was just drafted and
Yeah.
there's limited spots. So I had stopped training. I was just working out at that point, not hitting or throwing or anything. And I guess I get a phone call. I was like sleeping on my couch and like 6 p.m, and they're like, "Oh, we need you up here. 2 guys got hurt, so we need you." I was like, "Oh, okay." And I had a 6 a.m. flight the next morning, and I was up in Arizona, and we had a little like practice and practice games for about 3 weeks. I was here, I think, like 3.5 weeks. And then other than that, I was in Tampa basically the whole off season. And then I just got back up here April 1st. Been here since April 1st or March 30th.
Okay.
Something like that.
So interesting. So like that summer of 2020, you were more just kind of doing your own thing, working out. So they gave you a call like towards the end of their fall training thing they were going on, like that you were able
like
to do for a few
probably
weeks.
like in the middle of it.
Okay, so you're able
Like
to do it with them for like a
like
month.
a 5-week thing. Actually,
Okay.
I don't know, but I was there for like 3.5 weeks. I wasn't invited originally.
Yeah.
I got there because of some injuries.
Yeah. You crashed the party. I like it. Okay, nice. That's awesome. So that must have been valuable for you, man. Like you must have really appreciated at least getting a few weeks just to kind of see where you're at, right? Or no?
Oh yeah, definitely. I was kind of nervous because I hadn't they had told me already I wasn't going, so I had stopped training. Usually our season, let's say it starts in April. Usually spring training starts in March. So I'll stop. I won't hit or throw for those like 2 months of once my season ends in September, like October, like and through September, through October, and maybe like halfway through until after Thanksgiving. I'm just working out, and then I'll start throwing and hitting again to get ready because I gotta take a little break.
Yeah, for sure.
I wasn't doing anything, so that's the one part I was nervous of, but I had trust in myself that once I take a couple swings, like every like 2 days of swings, I'll get that feel back that I had like right before I stopped because I was feeling really good right before I stopped. So I was just, it was all mental basically. I just had to go in there, nothing to lose, whatever. It was fun. I liked it. I think I got to show a little bit of what I was working on that I didn't get to show right before the last season, which was good.
Nice. So you feel like you played pretty well up there for your own standards? Okay. Nice, man. Awesome. So yeah, man, that was October, November, and then December, January, February, March 21. These last 4 or 5 months, you've been doing a combination of finishing your degree and also just working out by yourself.
Yeah, just working out, hitting. And my most minor leaguers get like off-season jobs, so I had a little off-season jobs and stuff like that.
Okay.
And that's it. Really, just focused, ready to get into season, and I'm about to head out in 2 days.
Nice.
3 days.
So,
excited.
Do you still have like your own individual like hitting coach like that comes and maybe like watches you, or do you only work with Rockies coaches or?
So when I'm with the Rockies, it's all the Rockies guys.
Okay.
Like they're hitting coaches.
Yeah.
And when I'm in the off season, my first off season, I hit with a person down in Miami, hitting 365. Really helped my swing a lot. But this last off season, I was in Tampa the whole time, so I was planning on training with the team, but COVID, wasn't allowed to. Wow. So I found a place there where I just hit and did my own training on my own this year, basically.
Okay.
And then I was back in Miami for the last month, right before spring training. My high school to go field ground balls and talk to the players and stuff like that. And then other high schools where I'm playing baseball my whole life. I've made so many relationships with so many different coaches that I kind of just, I have my own concepts, but I kind of just go and talk to everyone, listen to everyone.
Nice.
And put it all together.
I like that. I think I noticed that one of our current assistant coaches kind of knew you through high school. Is that right? Or
Alan Kunko coached me in summer ball high school.
Okay.
He's the one that called me and told me to really listen to Kingston.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Yep.
And what's his role with the team? He's an assistant, right, for USF?
He's an assistant. Yeah, he was not there when I was playing, but
okay.
Yeah, he's an assistant now.
Okay, nice. So that's actually good. Now we still got those connections from back then that now he's on with the team. So it seems like they're keeping a lot of. So he was like he knew Kingston or something. Kunkel.
He just knew Kingston was a good coach,
Oh,
and
gotcha.
he knew that the player I was. I guess he wanted me to go play for him.
Got it. Okay, nice, man. Cool. So you got the season coming up really soon. I kind of looked at your stats like through college and minor leagues, and it kind of the story of the stats kind of lines up with what you're saying, right? Like in the beginning, you had a rough time, and it gradually got better. Your final season of college was really solid, and that first year rookie ball, it looked like you made the All-Star team for the rookie league. Is that right?
Yep.
That's sick, man. That's sick.
Thank
So then you went to well, back then I think it was called regular A ball. Now they've changed the minor league
Yeah,
structure.
it was Low A South Atlantic League,
Yeah. Okay.
North Carolina.
So you're gonna be in Fresno now?
No, I'm actually going to Double A Hartford, Connecticut.
You're gonna start in Double A? Damn,
Yeah, I got a little jump, I guess.
that's awesome.
Exciting.
That's really cool.
Thank you.
When did you find out about that? That you got that jump?
Last week I was actually with the Fresno team basically the whole time, and then or not Fresno. Fresno's our Low A. Our high A is Spokane, Washington.
Okay.
And I was supposed to go there. I was expecting to go there the whole time, and then they just kind of bumped me up.
Wow.
So, things happen. I was in the right place at the right time, and
Dude, that's exciting, man. Double A, like the way I always viewed minor leagues is like Triple A is almost kind of like you're going to see maybe some veteran journeyman type of players there, but you're also going to see prospects. But
yeah.
Double A is really where you see like prospects, and I think that's a great place to be. How old are you right now?
24.
24. I think that's where you want to be at that age, and I feel like that's probably where you would have been if COVID never would have happened. You probably would have shown something through A and then gotten here. So it's great that they still had the faith in you to give you that bump. So it looks like a great opportunity for you. So I guess what would you say like coming into this year is like your mindset, your overall mindset, and like your goals just coming into this season that's about to start?
Just main thing is stay healthy. Be able to play 120 games this year. It's a little shortened.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one thing that Kingston always told me that really stuck in my head, which has helped me throughout my career, is the best ability is availability.
I like that.
No matter how good you are, no matter how hard you throw, how far you hit it, if you can't get on the field every day, someone else will. So basically stay healthy and, just get better. Get better, because that's all really. I want to win always, but got to just get better every year. That's the main goal.
So it's interesting you talked about diet, man, because I think that's going to really help you with that. I actually recently read a book by Tom Brady, the TB12 method, where it kind of like goes deep into details about, his diet, how he stays healthy, right? Because I think for any athlete, any sport, we all have to like admire what this guy's able to do. He's in his mid 40s. He's playing in the NFL. He's barely ever injured. So I was like, man, there's got to be a lot of credibility to what he's saying here. So if you ever want to check that out, it's a good book about diet and exercise. But what kind of resources did you use to like learn more about improving your diet, and what were just maybe one or two things you changed that you could maybe give advice to people that want to pursue that?
So the main thing was I really just the Rockies we always have resources for everything, like at least for you could read on nutrition, read on whatever you want, mobility, flexibility, all the workouts and stuff like that. And I was reading it, and it was really just a simple, like, make sure you eat this amount of carbs, vegetables, and protein per meal. But the main thing I did was I just cut out all processed foods, really. Like, I still have my cheat meals. Obviously, everyone has their cheat meals.
Yeah.
But let's say I had 21 meals in a week, 7 days a week, I would probably 18 of them or 19 meals of the week were unprocessed, very like just vegetables, carbs, and probably chicken, whatever. And I just really felt the difference in my body. I cut out anything that I couldn't either like grab from a tree, grow, or kill. I wasn't eating it. And it made a big difference. I
That's
feel
awesome.
it every day in my body, the big difference.
That's awesome. So did you feel more lean? Did you lose weight? What changed?
I was always around high 190s, 200 pounds,
At what height?
6'1".
Okay. 6'1", 19, high 190s.
Yeah, like 197 usually.
Okay. Where are you at
And
now?
I am 186 now.
Oh, nice, dude.
But so I'm still lifting the same weight. That's the thing, that
Wow.
I'm lifting the same weight that I used to. I'm still hitting the ball how I used to. It's just I got all that extra body fat off me. So the speed's there now, which is the one thing that I never had in my life. And I finally got it now,
Hey,
which is exciting.
I was gonna call you out, man. I saw 2019, 6 stolen bases, 11 caught stealings. I was like, hey, come on, man.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I know. I was always, I've never been a fast guy. I just was fast enough to stay in the infield. But
okay.
now I've actually got some real, not like burner speed, but
But it's better
like
than it
actual
was.
real speed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sick. Okay. At the Double A team, are you gonna start at second base or shortstop, you think? Or play
I have no idea.
okay.
Just probably all three.
Wherever they
Played a
need.
little bit of first base yesterday, so
Really? Okay.
whatever. It becomes different in Double A because there's a lot of pinch hitting
Yeah, true.
pitchers and stuff like that to hit, so you kind of get thrown around everywhere.
Gotcha.
And usually that's like kind of my role. I played a lot of shortstop last year, but I usually just bounce around the infield, short, second, third, wherever they need me.
Sweet, man. Cool. Well, we're all rooting for you, man. Like, I'll definitely, share this podcast with the Twitter page and some of our, takeaways and everything like that. But yeah, man, we wish you the best of luck. Definitely would be cool to follow up with you in a few months, see how it's going, and maybe get you on here again to just kind of let everybody know how you're doing.
Yeah, anytime. I'm here.
Appreciate
Got nothing better to do. I love USF baseball, so I could do this whenever you want.
Yeah, for sure, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I have pretty big plans like in regards to just like coverage of the team. I feel like it's, with college baseball, in my opinion, it's all about like building a culture around a program where
Yeah.
it's like it's a destination school, right? It's like people look at Ole Miss and they got freaking 13,000 people. They're throwing beer in the air. It's like, holy crap, like, right? If you're a kid, high school kid, you want to play in an atmosphere like that,
Mm-hmm.
But at USF, it's like, why can't we, build? And we've already had some good crowds for games, but I feel like we can always improve that, especially if we get ranked and, make regionals again, like you're saying. I mean, I feel like
The sky's the limit. That's for sure. The stadium is
absolutely
great. The school is great. It's in Tampa, which is a city. You can get kids to come there.
right.
One day, it'll happen.
No, I agree with you. And I think it's so interesting that, you were like, no, I'm not committing to the school. I'm just gonna go check it out. The same night you commit.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously you were impressed by the ball field, the facilities. So they have some facilities behind the field too. Is that like their training area or?
Yeah, it's 3 covered batting cages. They have everything you need that you want there in USF. If you're
And
a
you would
baseball player
say,
trying to get better.
yeah, and you would say just for high schoolers listening, you would say like besides the coaches, besides the people, the actual facilities that you needed to like get ready to be a professional player, it was all there.
Sorry, I'm at a Airbnb and got someone coming to clean the hot tub.
You're good.
But yeah, the facilities are there. If you're a baseball player that wants to get better, facilities are there. That's for sure.
That's sick.
You got everything you need. Weight room, nutrition. The field is beautiful. Coaches are willing to do whatever you want to help you. So
Awesome,
it's
man.
there.
Cool. Hey, what's up, man? Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, it died on me.
No, you're cool. You're cool. I was just gonna leave you with it's interesting. One time I went to a minor league baseball game. I was like in college or something, and I was sitting behind home plate, and there was a scout from the St. Louis Cardinals. And oh, you're frozen. You hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so there was a scout there from the St. Louis Cardinals, and this dude was like, must have been like 80 years old, probably scouting baseball for like 50 years. And for somehow we got on a conversation about like, the difference between minor leaguers that make it to the MLB and that don't. And I was like, this is an interesting perspective. And he was saying it really boils down to three things. And I think it's interesting that you said what you said. He was like attitude, willingness to learn, and ability to adapt quickly. Those were like the three things uh, that he said. And this dude, like I said, he's seen everything. So just thought that'd be an interesting story to pass on. But anyways, man, I really appreciate you coming. I really appreciate your time. I look forward to getting this uploaded and sharing it with Bulls Nation. So
Sounds good. That was exciting. Excited to be here. Yeah, but thank you for having me.
absolutely.
Excited to be on the podcast, be the first guest, and can't wait to do it again.
Cool. Appreciate it, man. Good luck.
Thank you. Good luck to you too.
Thanks.